can. It's nice to have for backups in case.
I don't know if she did yet. Rolling, rolling, rolling.
Sharon is firing up Zoom, letting everyone in. And as soon as they're in, we can get going.
Yeah.
We good? Everybody guess? Yes, we do.
All right, we'll open up tonight's board meeting and start off with the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Tonight is Thursday, September 10th, 2020. Welcome our residents are joining us through Zoom. Thank you. Who knows when this is going to end? We'll probably be doing Zoom and hybrid meetings for a long time to come, unfortunately. As I said in the past, in the last few board meetings, if residents wish to be in attendance here, they need to contact the town clerk and express why they need to be here. We have a very limited size room. We can fit maybe one or two residents here. Maybe someone's having trouble with Zoom or somebody wants to do a presentation, but it'll be by appointment invitation, and we'll let you know. But please contact the town clerk and with expression of why you would like to join us. Basically by importance of why you come. But we'll try to do everything we can to accommodate people. All right, with that, we'll go to approval of minutes, please.
Make a motion to approve the town board meeting minutes from Thursday, August 27th, 2020.
Second. Any discussion on them? Clerk, call the roll, please.
Councilmember Cantor.
Aye.
Councilmember Wenzel.
Aye.
Councilmember Senecal.
Aye.
Supervisor Tucci.
Aye. Town clerk's report.
Total local shares remitted $5,045.48. Total non-local revenues $1,943.52. Total state, county, and local revenues $6,989.
Thank you. Supervisor report. Revenues, general fund, $61,072.57. Disbursements, general fund, $86,010.64. Highway fund, $44,583.94. Sewer district number 1, $9,191.90. Sewer district number 2, $167,065 even. Sewer district number 3, $3,167.92. Grand total of $310,019.40. Payment of claims, please.
Vouchers to be paid. General fund, $18,722.11. Highway fund, $5,380.49. Sewer district number 1, $4,635.01. Sewer district number 2, $7,238.51. Sewer district number 3, $1,650.02, for a total of $37,626.14.
Second. Second. Any discussion? Clerk, call the roll, please.
Councilmember Cantor.
Aye.
Councilmember Senecal.
Aye.
Councilmember Wenzel.
Aye.
Supervisor Tucci.
Aye. Before we get to committee reports, I'm sorry, at the beginning of the meeting, I did not mention, there will be an additional motion in the resolution in the business meeting. It will be pursuant to unsafe building laws. We'll be adding that to the business meeting. So we'll go into the committee reports. We'll start off with highway.
Yeah, get this. Excuse me. Item number 1, Gorman Group will be setting up the plant tomorrow in preparation for water pave project on Wells and Lawson Road next week. And then 2 is he got confirmation that they're cutting 20% of the CHIPS program. He did kind of anticipate that, so he says he's inside of the 80%. So according to him, he's not going past it.
Okay.
Item number 3 is mowing has been completed for the season. Item 4 is they've been doing upgrades on North Delvin Road. So they'll be able to start plowing this winter due to the new resident. So,
I saw that. I saw them digging the trench alongside the road there. Yeah.
so that was pretty much it.
Okay. Public safety, the meeting was scheduled for yesterday. Was canceled due to COVID, nothing really going on. I did talk to Chief Lavelle briefly. He had nothing really to report at this time. Anything else, public safety?
No.
Okay. How about park committee?
Parks, we had a meeting on Tuesday night, nothing new. We reviewed old items and so nothing new came up with. So.
Bill sent out an email to the group about the disc golf, about the proposed layout. One thing I sent an email back to the group saying the large part of that field, I don't think anything should go in there just in case.
I saw
Future.
that, and before I came tonight, I responded to that to everybody. I'm gonna contact your fellow who did the layout.
Yeah, I'm sure we can make something. work.
And my initial thought would be, is there a way that they can keep them around the perimeter? So
Yeah.
that you'd be able to have multi-use out of the area.
Just having that big open space would be nice. I know the school took over the football program. They do most of the practices at the school, but sometimes they do use that field at soccer practices and stuff like that. Just having them in those nets in the main part, or if we ever did in the future an event there, just having them off the perimeter would probably be a lot better. So I mean, it's an easy fix.
That was my exact thought. I was gonna bring that up myself. I'm looking at this, it's cheaper. Is there any way we can keep that open for whatever? So yeah, it was already put up. Okay. That was the only thing that I.
Yeah, the rest of it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I think what we should do is maybe meet with the guy or set up the flags when they're ready. We can probably meet as a group with the park committee on a park committee meeting night. Set up where the flags are gonna be, then kind of get a visual.
We'll have to do that soon because our Parks Committee meetings are gonna be darkened out with an earlier sunset.
I understand.
I will email him and contact him. He can send us another map, PDF, and we can pass it around.
Sure. Absolutely. Thank you. Sewer districts.
I can start off with a couple of issues. Talked last meeting about how the Duane Lake Association had conducted a survey of residents to determine what was their preferred type of sewer system, if they were able to afford to put one in around the lake up there. And it ended up being really a split decision. There were 3 options that were just about exactly tied, between a standard sewer district, a septic home inspection procedure that would be done upon property transfer, or to do nothing. We were scheduled to have a follow-up call with the Lake Association last night, but Alan Knight, the association president, did postpone that. We did realize they needed to put out another survey to their residents to get a bit more information before they could tell us really where they prefer to go. I'm sure it has to do with the fact that, at least when we look at the numbers, there was really no clear direction yet. So that's postponed. They're going to do another survey and get back to us. So I imagine we're several weeks out from meeting with them. There is no pending engineering work for that Delaware is supposed to do up there at this point, right? I mean, everything's kind of done. We're just sitting back waiting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't know what direction they're gonna go into. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah, we don't, yeah, there should be nothing.
right. We have the project in the queue to see what kind of grant money we can get.
Yeah.
See if we can get up that priority list, but other than that,
Yeah, we should be nothing going.
Yeah.
There should be no activity on our end at this time.
that's what I thought, yeah. We are still working to get a grinder pump installed for the residents up on Quaker Street there. Has been having occasional issues with backup. We had difficulty getting a vendor, but yesterday Dale did meet with a vendor up at that location. And that vendor believes that they can get that work done within 30 days. So he's gonna work with the quote and send that to us. So more to come on that. Hopefully we finally got someone who can put an end to that problem there. Those are the 2 things I have.
Yeah, on that,
Is there anything, Jeff?
there's all standard issue, standard maintenance,
Okay.
nothing else.
Okay.
Jen, is Bill Brown on? Bill,
Can't hear you. The sound on?
Try that again.
Oh, all right.
he's the
Second time's a charm.
All right.
Hello, Bill.
Um, hello.
Thanks, bro.
Nothing, but John covered most of it. The only thing I'd add is we did submit plans to DEC and EFC for the Delanson long-term project the end of August. So they're in for review right now. We're still working through some details on that, but we anticipate comments from those folks, and we'll finalize the plans and then present them to the board for approval, review and approval. And then the next step will be to go to bid with that project, which needs to be completed by the end of next year. So that's in the works. And then the other one that's in the works is Mariahville to install the UV disinfection system. We had a conference call with Teresa and John Bajanellis here a couple days ago on the bonding process and that kind of thing. So that's generally a next year project to get that going.
What's the, as far as submitting that to DEC and EFC, well, for the long term, what's the typical turnaround from them? Is there a typical turnaround time?
It does usually take a couple of months. Right now, it could be longer, it could be shorter. It's up in the air, but it's, usually 30 to 60 days.
Okay. Is that it?
That's all I got.
All right,
Great, thank
anything,
you.
anything else for Bill? Okay. Thanks, Bill. Appreciate it. Have a good night.
Thanks, fellas. Yep, you too.
IT, John.
IT, we did have our first broadband committee meeting and in over 6 months this past Tuesday, September 8th. The meeting was held over Zoom, and a handful of residents could join us to ask questions and get up to speed on our progress. Some key points that were brought up during the meeting, like everything else in the world, COVID has slowed Spectrum's progress on projects that they've been working on. Namely, they had strung cable out of Harry Turnpike to get some more homes connected, but those homes are yet to be connected. So it's everyone's sitting on the runway waiting for traffic control to let the planes fly. So hopefully that'll happen soon. There's also a couple of houses up on Humphrey Road that are slated to get service, but Spectrum they're actually waiting on National Grid to do permit approvals to attach the cable to the poles. This is a nagging problem that we have with National Grid. It can take 6, 7, 8, 9 months for them to turn around a permit to attach a cable to a pole. It's something that we've complained about to legislators to see if they can do something about speeding that up. But it is what it is right now. So Spectrum is just waiting on those permit approvals. Spectrum is still working on fulfilling the original commitment on connecting 145,000 homes in New York State. We're hearing noises that it's possible that Waynesburg will have some more homes connected as part of that 145, supposedly in the very near term. Some decisions are supposed to be announced on who they're hooking up and where. So we're all kind of just waiting for that announcement. Hopefully we will hear something about that in the next month or so, which is kind of a linchpin to the last, to the next item here, which is we're still sitting on that $100,000 grant from the county. And the reason we're sitting on it is really twofold. One is Spectrum can't get to any work anyway. But the other one is until we got a clearer picture on what Spectrum, who Spectrum is going to connect, it doesn't make sense to us to commit to spend money. Why spend money on homes that may get connected by Spectrum anyway? So it's we're kind of in a domino situation there. We do want to, George Amador is not running again for his seat. So there are two folks, Rich Amador, that's D-U-R-E instead of D-O-R-E. Rich Amador is running against Michelle Hinchy for that Senate seat. So we talked about making some noise in front of those two folks, and alerting them to what's going on here, so that whoever wins that race is kind of up to speed and can help us in this endeavor. And just the last thing, there are just 217 homes that remain unserved in Waynesburg. It's down from 800 a couple years ago. But it is like pulling teeth, getting that last 200 done. But we're gonna keep working on it. Our laptop that we have the Zoom meetings over, that's actually mine that we're using now. We had trouble with Zoom with audio. A couple of meetings, not only our meetings, but zoning and those meetings also, the planning. So I ran some tests here with the help of our town clerk the other day, and we determined that you can hold that laptop 5 inches from your face, but if it's on the side, it's not picking up sound. You turn it backward or forward, it picks up sound. Really weird, but we did get to the bottom of that. So we ordered an external microphone that'll be arriving next week. So hopefully beginning next week, there will be no more audio problems. It should pick up sound from anywhere. And while I'm talking, unrelated to IT, I just want to bring up the comprehensive plan. Bill and I have been working on the details there. We had Phil Sexton do an overview for us on Wednesday, September 2nd, kind of a broad brush of what kind of changes they made to the plan and why they made them. So Bill and I have gone through in detail and flagged individual items that we need to review before we have a final draft. So we will need to schedule one more meeting, but it'll be very targeted. We know exactly what we need to hit, and we just got to go through each of those items. So if we could do something before the next board meeting, that would be great. I don't know what people's schedules look like, the end of next week or the beginning of the following week. We are September 10th now. So maybe somewhere between the 15th and the 22nd, maybe. I don't know how you guys look at scheduling.
I should be in pretty good shape.
Can't do the 17th.
Okay. I can't do the 16th.
Everything else I'm pretty open.
How does Monday the 21st look?
You just have to be downstairs. Court night.
We can do that.
Does that give you enough time, Jen?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, is that okay? Okay, great, thank you. So we'll do 21st at 7?
Yeah, so we gotta make it do a resolution, because we need a town meeting.
Yeah, it has to be broadcast. Same like the last one, it won't be for public comment, but public can certainly listen into the discussion. Okay, good.
Do one question.
Yeah.
Do you feel there's adequate service down there? So the problem had nothing to do with the internet service at all.
Yep.
Like related. Okay.
Yep. Yes.
What time are you doing that meeting? Are you doing it at 7 or are you gonna do it earlier, or what's your thought?
You can do it early, it's up to
So
you.
much earlier is hard.
Okay,
Oh,
By the time I get
yeah,
I think 7 works the best for most people. Yeah.
okay, 7 it is. First, that's it.
Okay, thank you. One thing that we've been keep on back burner, put on the back burners is solar. Mostly because of COVID, we were gonna have a public meeting, which never happened, and I apologize for that. I can't apologize for COVID, but something we wanted to take care of. So I think at the next board meeting, we've got a bunch of stuff going on the next few weeks. Next board meeting, we'll set a date over the next few weeks after that to have a Zoom meeting, public Zoom meeting. And I think it's one way we get any comments from residents and go, that way you guys over the next few weeks, if you want to brush up on the solar law and have your suggestions, and we can keep moving from there. Again, I'm hoping to have more of a public meeting, where they have people in person, how I like to operate. So we'll push it off the next board meeting to set a date for that meeting.
Okay,
All
all right.
right. Go from there. And then that's all I had. Been kind of quiet a couple of weeks. I think you guys have anything else we need to discuss, or?
I do not.
Call up on everything else. Yes. Okay. So we have nothing else, we'll move into the business meeting.
Okay. Want to get one? Yeah. Okay. Oh, here we go. Just third one.
Motion to set a public hearing for the purpose of hearing all persons interested in the matter of the assessment role for the Dwaynesburg, Delanson Sewer District number 1, and Mariaville Lake Sewer District number 2, and Dwaynesburg Sewer District number 3.
Gotta read the resolution.
I'm trying to find it.
Oh. Yeah, I got it right here for you.
Let's see if I have it.
Bill's got it.
Yep, there you go. Whereas the assessor of the town of Dwaynesburg has completed and filed the assessment roll for the Dwaynesburg, Delanson Sewer District number 1, the Mariaville Lake Sewer District number 2, and the Dwaynesburg Sewer District number 3, parentheses, the roll pursuant to Article 15 of the New York State Town Law. Now therefore be it resolved that pursuant to Town Law 239, the town board shall meet and hold a public hearing on October 8th, 2020 at 7 p.m. down at Dwaynesburg Town Hall, 5853 Western Turnpike, Dwaynesburg, New York. To hear and consider any objections which may be made to the roll, parentheses, the public hearing, and be it further resolved, the town board directs the town clerk to publish notice of the public hearing attached hereto in the Schenectady Daily Gazette to appear once, not less than 10 days, and no more than 20 days before the date of the public hearing. And if further resolved, town board directs the town clerk to cause the letter notice of public hearing also attached here to be mailed to each property owner not less than 10 days and no more than 20 days before the public hearing. And be it further resolved, the town board directs the town clerk to cause a copy of the notice of public hearing to be posted on the signboard for the town of Dwaynesburg, the town of Dwaynesburg website, not less than 10 and no more than 20 days before the public hearing.
Second motion.
Any discussion? This is something we do each year. By law, we have to do it for this, it basically explains itself, the role, the tax roll for the sewer districts. All the residents that are put to, or in the district that pay a sewer tax, they get a notice. And just another for the districts. Clerk, call the roll, please.
Councilmember Sample,
Like,
Councilmember Gifford,
Aye.
Councilmember Wenzel,
Aye.
Supervisor Tucci.
Aye.
Okay, the next one is related to the unsafe buildings law. We'll go ahead and read this one. Whereas pursuant to local law number 1 of the 1992 parentheses unsafe buildings law, town board has the authority to order owners of unsafe and/or dangerous buildings to repair or demolish and remove such buildings. And whereas on April 7th, 2020, pursuant to the Section 5 of the Unsafe Buildings Law, the Town of Dwaynesburg Building Inspector, parentheses, building inspector, inspected the property located at 111 Darby Hill Road, Delanson, New York, 12053, parentheses, SBL, pound sign 75.12-3-13, parentheses, the property. And whereas the building inspector reported that the condition of the property as quote, unsafe condition due to fire, unquote. And whereas on August 20th, 2020, pursuant to Section 5 of the Unsafe Buildings Law, the building inspector reported to the town supervisor and the town board members his findings and recommendations based on his inspection of the property, parentheses, the report. And whereas in the report, the building inspector opined that, quote, after an inspection of the fire damaged building, is or will become dangerous to the general public health and safety, unquote. And requesting that the town board, quote, have the fire damaged building demolished and all debris removed from the property, garage removal and graded, mulched and seeded to make it safe, unquote. The building inspector also reported that, quote, this property must be considered to contain asbestos, therefore certified licensed contractors must be used, unquote. And whereas Pursuant to section 6 of the unsafe buildings law, the town board has considered the report, and in the town board's opinion, the building is unsafe and dangerous and warrants demolition and removal. Now, therefore, be it resolved that 1, based on the report of the building inspector, the town board determines that the building is unsafe and dangerous and orders its demolition and removal. And 2, the town board directs that the attached notice of unsafe and dangerous condition requiring demolition and removal be served on the property owner or other persons pursuant to section 8 of the unsafe buildings law. And 3, the town board directs that notice of unsafe and dangerous conditions requiring demolition and removal be filed in the office of the Schenectady County Clerk pursuant to section 9 of the unsafe buildings law. And 4, that the town board shall meet to hold a public hearing on September 24th, 2020 at 7 p.m. at the town of Dwaynesburg Town Hall, 5853 Western Turnpike, Dwaynesburg, New York, to provide an opportunity for the property owner to address the town board on said matter.
Second. Discussion on this. This is another thing that COVID has delayed. And is taking action on unsafe buildings in town. We'll probably seen a few of these over the next month or two. The things that have just been sitting in the court. This is the house, 111 on the Darby Hill Road there, on the corner across from Willis Market. The house that burnt down. As I said, it's unsafe. The owner is not taking any action on it. So we've done this before in the past with a few unsafe buildings. So we'll probably come on to the town to get it cleaned up and pass along on the tax bill. So that's what we'll be doing. Any other discussion on it?
The owner has had several notices, and also people have reached out to him on the phone. He signed for one of the notices. We have the green card. We gave him an opportunity to appear in town justice court. He did not come. So we've really done everything we can to get him to do what he's supposed to do.
He's about 12 states away right now, so.
We
Yeah.
tried,
Yeah.
and there is no bank involved
So, okay.
either, which is too bad.
All right. Clerk call the roll, please.
Councilmember Geber?
Aye.
Councilmember Sutton?
Aye.
Councilmember Wadsworth?
Aye.
Supervisor Serrano?
Make a motion to hold a public meeting on September 21st at 7 p.m. which we held in the lower meeting room for a comprehensive plan review. Any discussion? Clerk, please call the roll.
Supervisor Serrano?
Aye.
Councilmember Sutton?
Aye.
Councilmember Geber?
Aye.
Councilmember Wadsworth?
Anything else we need to add to the business meeting? All right, folks, anybody on Zoom that wishes to speak, I think most of the same normal people have been on there. Please notify through chat or whatever that you wish to speak. We'll give you, half a minute to do that, and then we'll unmute you and go from there.
Get the chat window up here.
Yeah, it is over here. Just a question again about that comprehensive plan meeting, if we can just repeat that one more time.
Oh, when the meeting is gonna be held?
Yeah,
It's gonna be September 21st, correct?
September 21st at 7 p.m.
7 p.m. There will be
Yes.
There'll be a notice for the Zoom, for login through Zoom, and be held downstairs. If somebody wishes to attend in person, same thing, please notify the town clerk. Let's make sure we have enough room, for social distancing.
Anything else, Jen?
Yeah.
Nope.
We'll give it a few seconds. All right, nothing else at this time. I'll call for adjournment. Sorry. Any discussion? Shall I call the roll, please?
Supervisor Serrano?
Aye.
Councilmember Sutton?
Aye.
Councilmember Geber?
Aye.
Councilmember Wadsworth?
Folks, thank you very much. Have a good night. We'll see you in a few weeks.